With the fall bite upon us, I don't think there's a better time than now to do a review on one of my favorite baits to throw, especially during the fall. I'm really excited to get into this video because you guys have probably guessed what bait I'm going to be talking about based off my shirt. We're going to be talking about the ZMan Chatterbait. ZMan has made awesome products over the years. I'm a big believer in their products, not just because I'm sponsored by them, but because I've thrown them for over 8-9 years now, and they were the first to step up and open that door for me, and I appreciate them so much for doing that. I started fishing tournaments at a very young age, and they were my first sponsor, and it's hard to get away from that. These guys brought me up as an angler with their awesome products they have to offer for everybody, but ZMan has always made great products, and I am so excited to show my top 5 Chatterbait trailers. I know I've made a video in the past about this, but it's now 2023. That video was a year or two ago. Still love those trailers, but they have evolved a lot. ZMan is one of those companies that loves to find something bigger than and better and greater than what they've done before. You might think, Thomas, you're talking a lot about ZMan, but there's a lot of great brands out there, and that's true. There are tons of great brands out there. I'm not knocking any other company. I'm just sticking with what got me to where I'm at today. The old saying is very true, dance with who brung you, and this is what brung me as a fisherman. So can't wait to get in this video. Stay tuned. We're going to show you my top 5 ZMan Chatterbait trailers. This time it's actually going to be in order for my top 5. So the first one I'm going to start with is the GOAT. You guys all know the GOAT by now. The GOAT is an awesome chatterbait trailer, and it's been one of my favorites for about a year and a half now, really ever since it came out. And this bait is awesome because there's 2 things you can do with it. I got it rigged up here on a 1/2 ounce chatterbait jackhammer, and it's just awesome. It's really buoyant and it floats well, so it kind of stays up when you're swimming it, especially on a 1/2 ounce blade like this. I like this bait because, like I said, how buoyant it is, but also the tails on it throw off a lot of water. One cool thing about this bait that I like is you can flip it around. Instead of rigging it this way, you can rig it long way by just threading the bait on sideways. So that's number 1. It's definitely not least. There's a lot of other chatterbait trailers that are good out there, but these are my top 5 for 2023, and I think this is a perfect spot to put it at number 5. I'm still using my original stock of the GOATs. These things are 3 3/4 inch, and they come in a 4-pack. These things will last forever. Like, they're a LazTech, they don't rip. The only way you're going to need to get a new trailer is if you break off your chatterbait, which is unfortunate, but if you snag it up and you can't get it back without damaging your boat, you know, it's not worth a $5 pack of baits to damage your boat. So that's the only way you're going to need a new trailer, or if you leave it in the sun by not following the instructions on the back. These things work awesomely, and I can't stress it enough, a LazTech is the best plastic to use on a chatterbait because of all the other predator fish out there wanting to nip the tails off of stuff. You're saving a lot of time, not having to rig up, and they have a lot of great action. These things flat out catch fish. The second bait of choice is the CrawZ. I only have 1 left in this pack. These things are 3 3/4 as well. They come in a 3-pack, but these pair up nicely to a jackhammer. This here is a jackhammer stealth, and what I like about this bait is you kind of got that crawl imitation, so it has a lot more of a hunting action, and the tails flap really nice. I haven't split this one, but you can split it pretty simple, so you can see how much tag is on there, and that's just the LazTech for you. You just kind of pull it apart, snap it, and there you have it. That is the CrawZ. These things are awesome. If you're imitating crawfish, this is the trailer for you, and this is the trailer you want. The color, I'm just showing you for visibility wise, and that is number 4 on my list for my top 5 trailers. Number 3, this bait has been in my top 5, I would say, since it came out as well. I have never had any issues with this bait, but there's 2 others ahead of it that I have found to be more productive, but there's also a certain time and a place to use these baits. You know, you can try all 5 in a certain day, but there's a reason why you pick a certain trailer. You know, a swim bait trailer is going to be perfect for when they're hunting bait fish or, you know, chasing fish in the back of pockets. Crawfish is going to be good if you're throwing it around rocks to where there's crawfish in the area and you want that hunting action. So, third bait that's in my top 5 is the ZMan Diesel minnow. Like I said, these have been in my top 5 for a while now. These are 4 inches. They come in a 5-pack, and this is in the color Smelt. Paired up to a jackhammer in green pumpkin. This is a 1/2 ounce green pumpkin jackhammer, but I like this one a lot because of the paddle tail. So this is your standard style swim bait for you know, fishing where those fish are chasing shad, chasing just certain types of bait fish. This thing is all around good. And when bluegill, when walleye, white bass, when those things get annoying and you can't get out of their area, but you know there's bass there, they will eat the tails on a lot of your other plastics, except Z-Man. That is why I love the paddle tail, because it's an all-around go-to bait of mine, and this is also another good replacement for an Alabama rig. If you're throwing an Alabama rig and you can throw 5 hooks wherever you're at, try a diesel minnow. These things will surprise you, and they have a lot of good action, but that is number 3 on my top 5 list. Now, I'm really excited to show you guys this one. This is my 4th one, but it didn't do quite as well to move up to the number 1 spot. The reason I say that is because I have been loyal to this one bait, and it has never let me down, so I cannot let this 4th one pass the first one yet. This one came out recently, and it's overlooked by a lot of fishermen. It's a bait that a lot of people see for multi-species, but man, it works. That is the DarterZ. These DarterZ are pretty long baits. They're 6 inches. They come in a 5-pack, but I don't throw the whole thing. I trim it down and I pair it up on this 1/2 ounce jackhammer. As you can see, it has about 2.5 to 3 inch overhang from the skirt, which is awesome because of the action it gets. You can see how much action this bait has by just me holding it there. It has a jointed tail and it has a nice flat tail on the end. This thing has caught tons of fish for me, but what's even cool is the colors they make. They don't make a lot of like straight chartreuse, you know, style baits. They have a few and their swim baits and stuff, but their DarterZ are awesome, and I love pairing it with a white jackhammer because white and chartreuse is a hard to beat combo here in Northeast Kansas. Not just Northeast Kansas, but I'm sure across the United States. This is one of my favorite combinations, and that is my 2nd favorite Chatterbait trailer for 2023. Make sure you guys check out the DarterZ. If you guys have watched all my other videos, you guys can probably guess the 5th and final Chatterbait trailer that is my all-time favorite. This one is going to be hard to beat because of how many fish I have boated with this bait. But not only that, it's like meant for a chatterbait. This thing is like a needle in a groove. It is the best trailer I have found. That is the Razor Shads. These Razor Shads here are 4.5 inches. They come in a 4-pack, and they are just perfect for any style of chatterbait you're throwing. My favorite setup to throw it on is a 1/2 ounce or 3/8 ounce jackhammer, and this is in the color Beehite Delight. I love Beehite Delight, and I love the color Bad Shad. This is my favorite combination of a chatterbait and the colors. Whenever I don't know what they're eating, this is what I'll start out with, and this is normally what I end with. This is an awesome combination here, and the reason why I like the Razor Shad is because of the thick body. It has a lot of nice meat there to grab on to that hook keeper, and it's jointed just like the Darter, but it has an also really finessey tail. As you can see, it flops really well, and this thing causes a ruckus in the water. These two are pretty similar, but this one's more narrower and it's not so thick up top, so it doesn't look as beefy as the Razor Shad. So those are my top 5 favorite chatterbait trailers for 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to get more videos out here for you guys. This is the second day in a row, so I'm going to try to pump out as many as I can. But be on the lookout for my channel when I talk about the new channel opening up with me and a buddy of mine. I'm excited to do this new channel. I'm hoping to show more on the water action rather than sitting here in this kind of setting. I said yesterday I like this setting a lot, but I'd like to show you guys how well these baits work rather than just sit here and talk about it, because talk is cheap, and I like to show you guys how they work on the water. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll get out another video. Thank you guys.